Hey guys, welcome back to the next episode of Just Build. As you can see, we have a lot of ideas planned. I have this whole path that wraps around straight to the beginning where the barn is, and I figured I'd get things planned out, and I have a chock full of episodes for you guys this week. It's gonna be great. I'm very excited to show you all the progress that I've made within the past weekend. I put some videos on the back burner so that way you guys can have some videos quicker and make things simpler for me. So I figured it'd be a win-win situation. But as you can see, we still have quite a bit of work to do in terms of building, and we have so many episodes to get through because I plan to do a lot. You're at least gonna get a good 25 episodes of this, which is what I'm planning. So if all goes according to plan, which it should, then you'll get your 25 episodes quicker than expected. So anyways, we have a lot to do, so let's get going. I decided to put this very little patch right here because I didn't know what to do with the space, and I thought it was too small for a build. So I put in something really cute, and I put in like this cute little berry patch. And I thought it was very adorable. And if you look over here, I actually have a little project that I'm going to work on, but that's not going to be till like maybe episode 10. Just to kind of give it a break from the basic builds, because I want to work on something very sweet and very special for you guys. Alright, so today we're going to work on our first build, and it's going to be kind of a big-ish one. I would say about a medium-sized build. So we have a lot we need to do. And so yeah, this build is going to be very interesting. I can already tell you guys that. And we're going to use this entirety of this space over here. We might put something over here, possibly the next day, I'm not sure. But basically we're going to just work our way down the path, and we are going to go crazy. So let's get started. Alright, so this time we got basalt, slime blocks, note blocks. We got melon seeds, and then we have endstone bricks, and finally we have candles. I was shook when I got melon seeds because I was like, how the heck am I supposed to use melon seeds? It's not even like a block, it's not even like a decorative item, it's a piece of food. But basically I got so lost because I was like, how the heck am I supposed to build with this? And so I was like, okay, well, endstone's a pretty good floor type, so let me use that for the floor, and we maybe use basalt for the walls. I ended up doing this goofy little thing where I mined like this, and it looks so dumb. I hate it. I'm never doing this again, because it's also such a headache to look at myself this way to try to mine, especially when I'm trying to go a bit fast. As you can see, I got tired of that real quick. But yeah, basically, I've just been mining the floor. I hope you guys have been doing alright this weekend. I had a pretty good weekend with my partner. It was really fun. We actually had a really good time this weekend. Like, we went out to eat and stuff, and, you know, we had a good time talking with each other. It was really nice, and it makes me hope you guys had a good weekend as well. You can see throughout the video I'm gonna end up pausing a little bit because I end up talking to my partner. He kept distracting me by watching Teen Titans, and I was like, come on, man, I'm trying to do this. And we were arguing, because basically I was getting distracted watching Teen Titans because Slade ended up on the screen. It also didn't help that he bought me donuts as well, which was very sweet of him. He bought me like 2 dozen donut holes, and I was like, aww, and it made me just love him even more. I love my man. I love him so much. But anyway, back to the video. I hope you guys had a good weekend as I built this. Sorry for kind of just weekend dumping. But anyways, I decided, what can I use the basalt for? And I figured this maybe could be like, maybe like an open type of build, like there'd be hardly any walls specifically. So I went ahead and I tried my best to do like what I thought would be a good idea for making a wall, or at least pillars. And I wanted a back wall because I thought it would look nice. And then that's when I finally got the idea. I could turn this into like, maybe like a party area. Like, you know, like places like bars, with like DJ booths and whatnot. And so I decided to make a little DJ booth. I think it ended up really nicely, honestly. I tried turning on all the lights, but it was kind of proving a bit difficult. I was struggling with the lights because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And the stupid part is none of the lights were turning on, and it was becoming a problem. So I just ended up deleting those top lights and adding a pillar so it could be a roof. And then I thought something cute. I added the curtain, so now you can know if the DJ was open or not. So if the curtain was down, the DJ would be out, maybe on a break or something. And if the window was open, then you could have the DJ there. And so I decided it was finally time to use the furniture, and I was so happy to use the furniture. I can't tell you how great it was. I do realize I could have used the tables that actually came with the furniture, but the thing is, it's a lot of entities in one spot, and I didn't want it to be too much, especially because I wanted some at least specific looking tables anyhow, because the furniture tables, you can't really place stuff on it, and so if I wanted to place something on it, I couldn't. So that's why I went for the basic stairs and blocks for the tables. And this is the part where I wanted to add something a little bit funky, if that made sense. I weirdly wanted something funky. I don't know why. So I figured, what would be funkier than having a bounce house? And I made a bounce house with the slime blocks. Which, I mean, come on, everyone loves a good bounce house, right? Everyone likes bounce houses. I certainly do. I can't get enough of them. Honestly, I could see a slip and slide, and I would go absolutely nuts. And so after having myself a little bounce on the bouncy house, I went and finished up by adding the pillars and trying to give it a look, but it wasn't really give it a look, if that made sense. I wasn't really sure what I was doing for the bouncy house specifically. I also decided to extend the dance floor just a little bit, mainly just because it was a bit in the way with the grass and I wasn't sure what else to put there, so I figured I'd just expand it to the bouncy house. That way people can kind of see people in the bouncy house from a better view, and they can see them having fun. If you have kids, you can actually watch your kids in the bouncy house. Because I know parents, some parents have the worst kind of children in the bouncy house. It's just not cool. It's not cool. But yeah, I finished up the walls for the bouncy house here. I added the regular end stone just to give it a kind of a texture. And I mean, it could be fun. I wanted to make a nice looking dance floor, and normally I would just use regular wool, but I figured, what about this rainbow wool? Would that look good? And I thought it did look good at first, and then I kind of started, my eyes genuinely started hurting at this point. it genuinely started hurting. And then I started doing this, I tried experimenting a little bit because I wanted some particles, and I knew of some hacks that would give you particles if you put carpet on top and you walked all over it. And so I tested that out with the redstone, and I didn't really care for it. And I tried it with the end chest as well, the ender chest. And I liked the ender chest a lot more, and I thought it would work better. So I got rid of everything, rainbow wool included, because I was having an eyesore at that point. I also tried doing another hack because I heard of something you could put glass on top of it and it would work, but throughout various experimentation, it did not work. Now, I could have done a thing where I divoted the dance floor, but then that would just look weird to me, I feel. So I just went back up a layer and I put the chest in. I'm learning a lot of new building hacks from Minecraft YouTubers I'm seeing on TikTok, which I might bring my platform to TikTok. I just need to make the videos for TikTok. That's the problem. But yeah, this is the dance floor, and I wanted to add bits of color as well. So I went through the wool mod, and I found different various carpets. And I wanted to use the sparkly carpet, because if we're doing particles, we gotta have sparkly carpet, because, I mean, this is just a given, right? It's a given. I tried to keep it with the black trim, and the rest of the dance floor would be colorful and bright, and I tried to get as many different colors as I could, if possible. I was trying not to go too off-mic, and I was trying not to give it too much of the same color, but it was proving difficult because there was quite a bit of greens actually. Like, I was genuinely running out of color. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I was genuinely running out of color. Forgive the odd note. I woke up like maybe an hour ago to record this video. I woke up, had my lunch, and then I started recording the video. I was like, I gotta get stuff done today. So yeah, basically I decided to also add like a little bit of decor once I finished the dance floor, and I went ahead and added these like green leaves as like a vineyard or a vineyard. Is that how you pronounce it? A vineyard? I'm pretty positive. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. And then I tried to do decorations, which it wasn't going very well. I did a little test with it, but I wasn't doing very good, and I didn't like how it looked. I really didn't like how the balloon looked, and I just got rid of the rabbit. And I thought maybe I could do like a thing like lanterns, but honestly at this point I was kind of getting some creator's block, and I was not sure how I was going to do lanterns. Like, I could have looked it up, but I'm trying to be as unique as I can, if that makes sense. And the little lanterns were not working. And so I completely just scrapped that idea, and I moved on to the next thing, which was the melon seeds. I didn't know what to do at first, and then I was like, what if I put them on the table as like crumbs from the scrap of food that people have eaten? Like, a party just finished happening, and maybe like, you know, they didn't clean up yet, because they're still trying to clean up for the party. And so I turned it to night because I wanted to test some lighting, and I put some redstone into the floor with some lamps, because I wanted to brighten the place up just a tiny bit, because it was a bit dark. And yeah, I think it looks mostly good. I think it looked great for the most part. And then I had to figure out a ceiling because I wanted to put lanterns. I just had to put blocks up on the vineyard. I don't even know if vineyard is the right word for this. But basically I had to make somewhat of a roof, and I thought it looked nice because it brought in like a nice little like texture while also keeping the greenery, which ended up really nice. And I made sure to add like this overhang. I know it looks weird on the sides. It does look a bit weird now that I look at it being held up by just leaves. I don't think I fixed that, and I hate myself for it, but you know, there's improvement with building. There's always improvement where it's needed, you know? And then I set it back the day, I went again, got some plants, and I went and decorated the outside. I really wanted to use the cherry blossoms, but as you can see, cherry blossoms need quite a bit of space, strangely enough. Yeah, they need a lot of space, and it was something. And I also added some spruce trees as like background trees, just to kind of give it a bit of a feel. I also kind of gave it some space on the side, as you can tell, and I ended up using that space for something else. I was just going to put more plants there, but then I figured I could add a water feature. I haven't added a water feature since like the first build, okay? Let me add my water features. So I went ahead, I dug the bedrock, and I made myself a well, I guess this would be considered a small pond, but I guess in terms of this build, it would be a big pond. I did a mix of sand and stone at the bottom because I wanted to make like a natural looking feel to it. And some spots of dirt I replaced with stone, and then I also added some mossy slabs just because I thought it would give it a nice little texture. And I filled it up, and I was going to put an axolotl. Before I remember, axolotls eat fish, and so I just left the fish. I decorated a little bit with some seagrass and some lily pads to give it a nice little feel. I got some benches just for people to come out and sit on, like if they need a break from the party, they can come out and sit here. And then I wanted to do something really cute in the back, so I was going to make a picnic area. Like maybe somebody set up a nice little picnic and forgot about it. And I was trying to figure out how I could make a picnic basket, but it was proving harder than I expected. I was struggling with the picnic basket for such a long time. Oh god, sorry. I was struggling with the picnic basket for such a long time, I gave up and just made a little box. And I realized the carpet wasn't going to work, and so I needed to change it to regular wool blocks, which it doesn't look as cute because it doesn't get that blanket texture where it's like it sits on the ground and it's in the ground. But I mean, you know, you do what you can do, you know. So I added the pots for cups, and I put a cake down, and I scattered some food around so it looked like people were eating, and maybe they just went to the bathroom for a bit. I didn't know. And I made sure to add some candles in case anybody wanted to do a romantic picnic in the nighttime. And this is the final product of the build. I think it's looking really good. I could have used some work. I definitely could have. God, I'm yawning so much. I need to stop. It definitely could have used some work for sure, I believe. But overall, I think it looks mostly fine. I definitely love the addition of the cherry blossom trees. It looks so cute. And I could have added more tables, but I didn't at the moment. And then I named this place the Party Palace because, I mean, come on, it looks great. It looks like it's a fun day. And then we wrote in our journal, as you can see, I was struggling to typing. Oh god, it was hard struggles for me today. Today's been hard. Yeah, I actually made it a little bit beforehand, so it won't come out on April 1st, but yeah. I try to keep up with dates. But anyway, guys, that will be all for this episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed the Party Palace. It was a fun thing to build for me, and I really do enjoy it. I love the particle dance carpet. It's my favorite part of this build. But anyway, guys, that will be this end of the episode, and I hope to see you all again in the Fox Den. And with that, I bid you all farewell. Bye-bye!